Affective forecasting errors, or our inability to accurately predict how we will feel in response to future events, occurs frequently and affects our decision making for decisions both big and small. Although research has demonstrated an impact bias in affective forecasting, wherein people tend to overestimate both the intensity and the duration of their future emotional responses, no research to date has examined this bias in the newly identified components of regret. Regret is one of the most commonly experienced emotions and, like other emotions, has been shown to fall prey to affective forecasting bias. Recently, researchers have delineated between an affective or an emotion-focused component of regret and a cognitive, a decision-focused component of regret. The current research focuses on our ability to accurately forecast affective and cognitive elements of regret, outlines a manipulation to alleviate forecasting bias utilizing these components of regret, and examines the extent to which construal level might account for our observed effects. In Study 1, we had CWU students engage in the Monty Hall task, which is a decision-making game with the chance to win a prize. Participants first imagined failing at this task and reported the level of regret they expected to feel. Next, they actually experienced failure and then reported on the levels of regret they ended up experiencing. In both instances, we measured regret using the regret element scale, which allows for the assessment of both the affective and cognitive components of regret. Replicating the impact bias, individuals expected to feel more regret than they reported experiencing. This was true for overall regret and the affective component specifically. We did not find the impact bias for the cognitive component of regret. As such, in Study 2, we examined the extent to which focusing on the cognitive component of regret while forecasting might alleviate the classic impact bias in affect forecasting. In Study 2, we randomly assigned individuals to either experience failure in the Monty Hall task or to forecast their expected regret in response to failure. Further, while forecasting, we had individuals either focus on the affective component of regret, as in their feelings about the decision, or the cognitive component, their thoughts about the decision. In line with our hypotheses, forecasters in the affective focus condition exhibited the impact bias, whereas forecasters who focus on the cognitive component of regret made more accurate forecasts. In Study 3, we replicated the methodology of Study 2 and included a state measure of construal level to examine if construal level mediated the effects of cognitive versus affective focus on forecasting errors. Contrary to our hypotheses, we found no significant differences in construal levels between conditions. Future research should continue to examine the causal mechanisms for the observed effects and replicate these findings in real-world contexts, such as the regret following a romantic breakup.